Montana society.
What's going on?
Just a little
You guys doing okay?
siding and insulation combo.
Why your ribs are showing, man? This guy's been starving himself for 3 days. Can't get drugs, so the only other way he can feel out of himself is to go without food. He puts nails through his hands, anything.
I did staple my hand.
Yeah.
It's fun.
How's it looking in here?
Pain's, you know, it's the only way you know true happiness, you know? Suffering.
Yeah. True happiness? Nice.
Was that wisdom or what?
It is. It is.
I'm wise.
You could do it all, man. You're like at home on the land, you're at home on the sea, eating, not eating. You could do it all.
I can do whatever.
Yeah.
I can live in a bunker.
Well, the summer of 2021 is finished. John, who we didn't see too much on camera, I'm pretty sure that was on purpose, he stayed in Montana to pursue work. Harrison, he moved to Asheville, North Carolina to live in a sober living. Good call, Harrison. Now he works there as an intake coordinator. Barry, he moved back to Atlanta, and you'll see more of him in the 2025 reunion season of The Bunker. Reed, he went back to Florida to build some more houses. Dean and I returned to Montana to enter the pilot episode of this project into a local film festival. We didn't win, but we were in the running with some amazing Montana film projects. Plus, Dean and I had quite a trip together. Montana in October is beautiful. And that's actually when post-production started. We decided after our trip to leverage these stories for your benefit. Initially, we were pitching a home improvement type show, but we realized that what was most important to us and what has always been is giving away what was freely given to us. And that's what this is all about. You, the viewer. And before I get ahead of myself, let's hear from Dean.
This young man is evidence right here. It's exactly how the program works. If you pick up the tools and you use them and you stick with it, find some kind of higher power. It doesn't have to be perfect either. Just stay the course. Life changes.
Changes quickly, too.
Changes quickly. Get his stuff together. It even sounds different now than he is. And we're going to be showing video of exactly you in the bunker up against this. Yeah. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
I didn't even recognize you.
Yeah. No, I looked different back then for sure. For sure.
Yeah. I wasn't sure that was you when you came out. I was like, I think maybe, because you look totally different.
Yeah. And it's the power of the bunker. Looks right. It's just not. It's got a gap in it, so it doesn't. Maybe it's a little cattywampus, but that's it. Got it inside.
Yeah, you want it inside for the winter, right?
Yeah. And then we'll just do this. Pretty good in here now. Well, I've just got to get Warren to start this up a few times in the winter, every couple weeks, maybe to put a trickle charger on it, and it'll be ready to go in the spring. This is the bell we're gonna hear after the film festival. And the winner is Reality Rehab. Anyway, we're getting ready to go. We're gonna go hook up with the folks at the film festival, and we're gonna see how we did. You know, we got chosen to be at least shown to the people that are gonna vote, and you know, or under the documentary shorts category, and you know, we think it's a winner. So kind of exciting just to be involved in this kind of stuff, the creative aspect of it, and everything that Christian's done, and be recognized a little bit. So they love it, they say. So we'll see. Get ready to head to Big Fork, Montana for the Big Four Film Festival was limited to films and movies out of Montana.
Yeah, there's footage from 2 more summers that we haven't started editing, and then there's other properties that Dean has that we're looking at, so that the series could continue. And it is hard because, you know, when you have guys who are in that sensitive, vulnerable place in recovery, you know, you want to make sure that when we're sharing their story, it's going to be helpful to them, right? That it's going to be helpful to somebody else, but mainly it's not going to hurt them, right? So that's something Dean and I really want to make sure when we're doing it. We don't want to, for the sake of reality TV, fabricate moments because, you know, I have 10 years sober and I'm still really sensitive. So somebody who's got 3 days, you know, you don't want to send them over the edge because you're fabricating something for TV. You are not broken. You are worth the work. You're worth the effort. You're worth the attention. You're worth the compassion. You're worth the understanding. You're worth the time that it takes to understand you. You're worth the love and the space for you to be you. And if you are here and you're watching this or you're listening to this, that means you're existing here in this material world. And if you are existing and listening to this, you belong. You belong. And the space that you take up in this material world, it's been set aside for you to take up. So live. To live. We want you here. We love you. And it's worth the work. And keep facing yourself. And accept who you are. And then take the actions that have been laid out before you to become who you truly and have always been. That's what I got. Thank you for listening to The Mystic Journey. It's been a pleasure journeying with you. And may the God of your understanding go before you, beside you, above you, beneath you, and behind you as you journey on, friends. Peace.
You know, when we first started this project, we had a clear vision. We had very little was actually built. It was basically a big bump in the ground, in the dirt. It was mostly planning, preparation, and concepts, and me dreaming, you know, and taking that napkin and turning it into stuff. And now we're halfway through the project and the 90 lessons. We're wrapping up step 7, and we could finally see the work and what it has produced structurally. There's a lot more to be done. The main framework to the bunker's in place, the excavation is done, the holes are cut, the outdoor sunroom is built, if you've got a good imagination. The spaces that were once rough and freshly excavated now have kind of defined rooms, and the spaces are all allotted to where they're going to be. So organizationally, it's beautiful to me. But the real work is not just the construction. Over time, we've watched a bunch of men come through here, boys, some of them, and go through this program, and they're learning how to show up consistently, take direction, shrink their ego, walk through their frustration, lick some of their old wounds to get better. Some of them have completed their time here and moved on with new skills, greater jobs, new beginnings, wife, kids, living healthy lives. A stronger sense of responsibility, and they're really giving back to society. They learn how to live outside themselves. Others are kind of still in a process, trying to learn what life really means, what they want to do, and they're trying to find themselves and heal old wounds. But they are learning about structure, accountability, and most of all, hard work. A lot of it is hard work on themselves. Part of the bunker remains unfinished. Additionally, systems need to be added for this thing to be done. Future spaces for living. We've got to change these things and make it more comfortable for people to stay there. In the same way, personal growth is ongoing. Step 7 reminds us that change doesn't happen in an instant. It's constant. It's continued willingness to show up, to try something different, to be vulnerable, and try to shape yourselves into this model of who you want to be in the future, and to let go of old stuff while you're doing it. The men have already been part of this project, are really laying the foundation for the young guys that are here and the ones that are gonna watch this later and try to grow on it. So the continued work and all these details and the finishing touches and the electric room and the bathrooms, you know, there's a huge difference between throwing a bag of cement in the cement mixer, pouring it out, leveling it, and that's it. You know, using the shovel is much different than using a saw or a sander or stain. There's a lot of, let's call it detailed work coming up on the second half. These are not detailed guys. So I can really kind of see we might run into some problems, and there's going to be some conflict over these next several seasons, so to speak. We're trying to do some detailed carpentry, masonry, painting, construction with a bunch of addicts and alcoholics, okay? So anyway, the need and the resource are pretty different. So we'll see. The foundation is set and the direction is clear. And what comes next will push the limits of the people and the build. New challenges, new growth, new stories, all right around the corner. This is where it starts to get real. Don't miss it.